Well, greetings and good evening. We're live at the Caenhill Countryside Centre. It's Halloween night, the 31st of October, and we're in the barn. And we're going to tell a few stories. We're going to go and see some of the animals, and we're all in portrait tonight. Who are we going to see tonight? Have a listen out for any unusual sounds. Will we see Mr. Banks the ghost? Will we see Cuthbert? We can certainly hear the geese. So welcome. We're on 3 channels tonight, and we're going to be sharing you a few stories. And thank you for being here. It's the end of October. Can you believe getting ready for another month? But this is what the barn is like at the night. Slightly different dynamics and sounds, not so many roosters crowing. But we're going to go and feed some of the animals, see how they are. Hello, Jenny. Jenny can hear us this time. I was saying only nice things about you, Jenny, earlier on. Nikki will vouch for me. But we're here at the barn. We're going to go and feed our little lamb. And we're going to go around and just tell you a few stories. And of course, this farm goes back to 1540. No, not 20 to 4. It's an old farm. Lots of history, lots of stories. And lots of people have been farming here over the years, including a Mr. Banks, who is a permanent ghost. I'm going to feed our little black lamb at the moment. Goose evening there, Nikki. Hello there, Shirley. Jean Ann. Oh, I'm pleased the operation went well. You're looking good. So I'm going to try to feed little lamb, if Bumblebee will let me. So, Mare, come here. So this is Bumblebee's little baby, and we call her Beetle. So good idea, Julie. Thank you for joining us on Halloween at the barn. So that little one. Oh, Denise, my dancing partner. We'll be doing a ghostly dance later on, me and Denise. And thank you for all your very kind gifts to Oreo. So Oreo has lots of good gifts there. Quish, I'm hungry. Oh. So I hope your Halloween's going well. I know obviously in the USA it's still, I guess, afternoon. But it's 7 o'clock just gone here. Karen, good to see family here as well. So we got. So how many noises can you recognise? The geese, the ducks. So thank you everybody on YouTube, everybody on Facebook and on TikTok. We're all in portrait today, so don't adjust your screens. Hello, Donna. Chris, is a very nice milk, you know. He's drinking it all up. So Halloween on the farm, well, there's not a lot of difference, I suppose. In England, you know, with the season changing, it gets dark by about 5 o'clock. So the animals come in quite early now and roost up. You'll see a lot of the chickens all roosted up. The ducks are pretty active most of the night. They've got a pond they can go to if they want to inside. But most of them just make random quacking noise. And you know, our ducks just lay eggs whenever they want to. They don't always make a lot of nests. Oh. So, hello, Francis. So I'm trying to keep an eye on all of them there. So our little Beetle there enjoying lots of treats. And I hear all the little duck to come to see me. But she's doing well. So what time is 7 o'clock? So I'll give her next feed about midnight. And then that will be that, obviously, for the day. And then we welcome in November. And I'll be up at sort of 4 o'clock for her next feed. And then tomorrow I'll be down in Hailing Island to see Cara, Casey and Dexter. So thank you for the pumpkins. Thank you for the gifts. So we're going to just make a move. Little one's being fed. I'm going to get up if I can. My age, it's very difficult. And we've got Bumblebee there, having a hay snack. The bumblebee's in here. All the rest of the sheep are outside. And so the donkeys. The donkeys have been in for their feed, but they've gone back outside. And it's quite mild here in England, so it's just one of those things where you're really letting the animals stay out as long as possible, because winter can be very long here in England. So it's nice that we can let the animals enjoy it. Helen, how can you get some goats to look after? Well, just contact a local goat farm. Obviously, I don't know whereabouts you are, but in England, obviously, it's not any. There's not any kid goats around this time of the year. But in the spring, there'll be plenty. You can always ask a local farmer. Yes. Oh, Heather, you got unseasonal. Well, it's so warm here. It's ridiculous. I could be in my t-shirt tonight, which is not a pretty sight, to be honest, but it could be. Hello, Grace. So our animals are mainly rescued. And so while we're on Bumblebee and our little one here, I was asking earlier on, which animal put me in hospital? Over the years, I've had some scary moments with animals. If I go back to when I was on the farm where we had a Hereford bull called Billy, a 10 in weight, he trapped me in a corner. And the only reason I was saved was that a bull will have quite often a ring in its nose. And I knew, even as a young lad, that if you grabbed the ring and twisted it, it's very painful for the bull. So otherwise I'd have been crushed. But that's going back a long time ago. And with animals, there's always accidents. Now, the first animal I'm going to talk about was a sheep. Now, we had lots of sheep here initially, and not all ours. And we looked after other people's sheep. And we had one who basically was a bit confused sexually. He didn't know if it was a boy or a girl. It was a female, but it was behavior was like male, and it became very aggressive. And it was quite funny at first because it would come in and bunch you, and you push it away thinking it's only a sheep. And bit by bit, it got more and more aggressive. We nicknamed it Thumper, and I remember my friend Trudy being out in the field being chased by the sheep. I thought it was funny, but it's not really, even though it was. Hello from Mexico City. Hello, Washington. I hope you're going to have a good Halloween. So this sheep called Thumper, it knew me, it respected me because obviously I'm the boss here. And he knows that I look after him or her. Anyway, one day, just before Christmas, hello, Nor. Oh, thank you, Joanne. Thank you for the pumpkins. Just before Christmas, a few years ago, I was out in the field, and anybody who knows me, I always have a camera in my hand. And I thought, wow, it's going to be a lovely sunrise. So I knelt down, and I looked up to get this picture. I had a 35mm camera then. And all of a sudden, thump, this sheep rammed me so hard, it broke 6 of my ribs. Oh my goodness. I couldn't hardly breathe. It knocked me flat. I did take a picture, not my best picture. And I thought, wow, it's like being hit by a train. And I thought, oh my goodness. I jumped to breathe, and I just managed to turn around and make eye contact with it, and it knew it was me, and it ran off. And I got up, and I was in such pain. But with ribs, there's not a lot you can do. But I remember that 2 days later, I had to go and see my daughter in Porthcawl, and I had to drive a car down to Porthcawl for an hour and a half with broken ribs. It was so painful. But it didn't put me in hospital. No, I didn't go into hospital. I just healed myself with my broken ribs and thought, why? We had to get rid of the sheep to another farm who bred them. He was too dangerous to be around students. But that was Thumper. Oh, thank you for the stars, Heather. Thank you. Hello, Denmark. Hello, John in Denmark. Oh, thank you, everybody. Adrian. Yeah, so 6 broken ribs. Painful, painful, painful. But I've had a lot of pain in my life, and I've probably given a lot of pain to lots of people. But with farming animals, you never know. Now, this emu here could be very aggressive. Lucky enough, this emu called Chip is not aggressive in any way. He tried to escape yesterday. He jumped over a fence. He jumped over a 6-foot fence, and lucky enough, Julia next door saved it. So animals can be very scary, and you know, you have to respect them because you never know what they're. These are farm animals. Any animal could turn. It's very unlikely with ours because, you know, our animals are so well treated that they don't have. But if you've got an animal coming from somewhere else, you don't know its background. Like, we know Queenie here. Queenie's not going to attack me, are you? Quish, I'm a ghost. You're a ghost, are you? Yeah, I'm the ghost of the farm. Ooh. So he's, there you go, Laura, yeah. So I'm okay. This has happened a long time. If you know me, and lots of people who work with me, I get injured very regularly. But as a farmer, you get up and go on. But that was so painful. My Christmas going with my daughter, it was one to remember. Now this one here, just changing the subject, is a goat. I don't think I've been really injured by a goat. I can't remember ever having injuries by goats. Saying that, the other day, Pixie got out, and I tried to get her back in. I slipped. I hurt my back a bit, but it wasn't too much. So we got here a little goat. Now, we rescue animals, as you know. Most of the animals stay here, but occasionally they will go to another farm. And the rule is, if anybody takes any of my animals, they're forever home. I don't expect them to leave their farm. But my friend Donna took some goats and some sheep. And this one here, that I think she called Alfred. But anyway, we call, thanks to Nikki, we know that it was called Croissant. And Croissant was struggling with his foot. He was really struggling. So they called the vet in, and the vet treated, and the vet kept coming back. And the vet said, it's not going to get better because she was on very wet land and there was no real shelter there. So she said, would I take Croissant back? And of course, the answer had to be yes. So there we have. Croissant came back to us. Now, me and Claire will get it treated. It'll be okay. And the nice thing about it, when it came in, it went straight over to Paris over there, which is a mum. So even though he's not seen his mum for over a year, he was straight back in and he was back with his mum. So that bond is there for all the time. Hello, Alice. So thank you so much. So yeah, a little cross on his back. Now we're going to go over here. Can you just hear the sound so different? Willow is always going to be around at night here. Willow is our resident rat catcher, but loves dreamies. So I always have a dreamie with me. We got Bobby there as well. Hello, Bobby. Bobby is Cara's cat. And thank you again to Denise and Nikki and everybody else who helped with the donations and however for our animals. So we got the runner ducks there. We got Bean in the sprouts. So we're starting to put the lights up there. We're getting festive. I know it's Halloween, but I know me and Caroline and Cara will be starting to count down to Christmas from this Saturday. Now over here, we got alpaca. It's a bit dark in there, but can you see? We've got a rescue goat that came in on, trying to work out, was it Tuesday, I think? I can't remember now. Wednesday, Tuesday, yeah. So we got an alpaca there. It's a lovely, he's an old boy. We think he's about 13, maybe 14. But he's part of our new rescue team as well. So don't forget, if you go on to become a patron, you can sponsor our animals just for a few dollars a month, which helps us a lot. So this one, alpaca. Now, I did say about the story about a sheep breaking my ribs. Well, we had an alpaca, and this alpaca, sorry about the light, is a bit not wonderful. I'm just a bit here on TikTok. But we had an alpaca here with a farmer. A friend of mine had an alpaca, and he had some sheep here. I tried to help other farmers if I can, and we had lots of land. We didn't have many animals in the early days, so I let him have the sheep. And he had an alpaca, but the alpaca was not a tame one, not like an owl. It was very skittish, and it would run away. I'm going to put some lights. I'll carry my little light around. And I love alpacas. We've had a few in the past, but this one was so skittish. So, sorry, Al. I'm not going to shine it in your eyes. And one day, Roy said to me, Grish, he said to me, how about, we got problems with the alpaca, and I need to catch it. But we didn't have any gates or anything. And he said, I'll see if I can chase it down with a quad bike. I said, there's no way you're going to stress out an animal on my farm. So I said, what you have to do is get the alpaca to run towards me, and as it passes me, I will take it down. I'll rugby tackle it. So he did it once, and I thought, yeah, I can do this. What could go wrong? And so the alpaca came at me at quite high speed, and I have played rugby, so I did know roughly. And I put my arms around its neck, and I took it down. And oh my goodness, you thought the sheep was bad enough, but this alpaca came down with myself, and I wasn't going to let it go. And the lady who was there with the farmer said, I can't believe what I just seen. You took down this alpaca. Anyway, we checked the alpaca, and lucky enough, the alpaca was healthy, but I wasn't. It put my back out big time. I was in agony. I had to crawl. For 2 days, to feed my animals, I had to crawl around the farm to feed the animals. Eventually, I've had problems with my back before. I've been able to put my back in by getting on my daughter's swing and twisting my back. But it didn't put me into hospital, but trust me, being hit by an alpaca at speed was not a wise thing to do. So another accident. I've suffered with my back a lot. So thank you. Hello, everybody. Very much. Back problems are terrible, especially if you being hit by an alpaca. But your animals come first, and I never want my animals to suffer, and I'll do all I can. Now Oreo's there. Now Oreo is looking for any rodent, so I'll let Oreo out a minute. So Willow's come to have a look as well. So out here is our bird, so any rats out there will be chased away by Oreo. Oh, hello T, hello everybody. T and Mia, thank you very much. So thank you for joining us. Hello Carrie, thank you for the gifts. Thank you for joining us on Halloween. So I'm going to give some more dreamies to Willow. Now Willow never comes up to the main area to have a feed. So thank you for joining us. So we're on our social media. We're on our TikTok. We're on YouTube. It's a little bit different tonight. I like telling stories, and I suppose because of my age, I have so many stories to tell. Because I've got the light on, it makes them wake up a little bit. But normally, okay, call me crazy, but I do keep one light on for the animals at night. I don't need to, but that's me being a softie. So I leave one light on over the far side, but I put some extra ones on tonight because obviously you won't be able to see anything. Now look, it's a rare sight. We got a very very, very busy. Oh, hello, Italy. Ciao. So we got our wonderful big piggy there, Horace, who's next door to Biggie, who would be asleep. So Horace is so active. Look at that. He's moving around at top speed. Hello there, Lucy. Oh, Patricia, it's not Widget you can hear. It's a baby calf. Oh. That's an idea, Nikki. I used to leave a radio on from music on for my dad. Yeah, Nora's got it. We got a new cow. A new cow. So this is Horace. Now I did ask, did a sheep put me into hospital? The answer was no, it broke my ribs. Did an alpaca put me in hospital? No, it just basically damaged my back. But we had a pig called Corky. And anybody who knows male pigs will know why it was called Corky. So Corky came here. He was the wildest, and someone had it as a pet. It was not well treated. It was vicious. And you see that with Horace here, he's got, yeah, Gina, it was the pig. He's got tusks. See the tusk on Horace there? Well, this one had really great big tusks that sort of stood out. Anyway, I was out there one night and feeding it, and you had to be so careful because he would charge you. He would attack you. And, bonjour, Caroline, bonjour, beautiful friend there. And so there we have this pig. And this pig came to me, and it ran at me, and it ran through my legs. And you can see a pig this size, is about this size, running through your legs is not going to be good. And as it ran through, hello Iris, as it ran through my legs, it slit open my leg, cut 2 deep cuts. And it was like a razor going through my legs. And trust me, it did hurt. But in tradition of being a farmer, I carried on feeding my animals. I went in the house to see Ellie, my wife, and I said, what you're going to see is not going to be very nice. My boots were filled up with blood. I put some bandage around the top to try to stop the bleeding. And I was rushed down to the local hospital in Trowbridge. And they decided to stitch me up. And I said, don't put any painkillers. I'm a farmer. It's not going to hurt. Trust me, it did hurt. But they stitched me up. The lovely nurse stitched me up and stopped the bleeding. Anyway, it was I was a bit of a novelty because not many times you get someone come in who drop the trousers and see these great big dashes. No, I can't say that. I still got the scars. I won't show them. I'm not going to drop my trousers, are we, Willow? So I ended up in hospital being stitched up. But the story doesn't stop there because life goes on. You can't come back and think, oh, I'm going to put my feet up for a few days. I hobbled around to feed all the animals. Hello. And I hobbled around with all the feed the animals, and at the same time, Caroline would know, and Nikki and quite a few. I had my favourite sheep called Dottie. Now Dottie had problems lambing. I think Caroline might have helped one time. She had big lamb, and it always caused a lot of pain. So yeah, it wasn't so much bitten by a pig. It was just his tusk just cut through me. And somewhere in my collection there will be pictures of it, because I take pictures of everything. And then ended up, the nurse, bless her, she said, look, Chris, I want to see you and take the stitches out. And so we arranged that I would go down there at 9 o'clock one night. And just before I left, Dottie started to give birth. And as Caroline and everybody would know, you had to be there for Dottie because there's going to be problems. So I was down trying to deliver the baby lambs. I think she had twins. And I was making more noise than Dottie did. I was in agony. It was really ripping my stitches. And ended up eventually getting the lambs out. And I ended up going down to the hospital. I was late, but the nurse didn't mind. She loved the story because they said the animals come first. And anyway, it's not many times you go into somewhere and they say, could you drop your trousers, please? And I thought, well, it's a bit off where I'm going to get all day. And the nurse, bless her, not only did she sort my stitches and everything out, she became a volunteer for a while. She loved what I did and the commitment I had to my animals. But that was agony. I was lucky, really. You know, I lost a lot of blood at that time, but I knew what to do. And I actually carried on feeding my animals because I knew they had to be fed. And I thought, well, I got a bit of blood in me. So the animal that put me into hospital was a pig. Now, Corky eventually... Oh, that's true, Caroline. Yes, Storm had horns. I remember. Oh, now we got a smaller ram now, so not so much problems. But yeah, so many memories of there. But that pig had to go elsewhere. He went to another farm, and I remember you had to excuse me. But the farmer who I knew, no. The pig was no good, sadly, and he said that it should be put down. I'm trying to get polite words here. It should be put down and put a wick in it. He said, if you put it in the market, you'll get £1 for it. So he did go on having a longer life. A lot of breeds of pig, you know, are not a lot of use, shall we say, if you're a commercial farmer. But we're not a commercial farmer. All our pigs are here as rescue pigs. We got 5 at the moment. And of course, our most famous pig we ever had was Marlene and Trigger. Now, Marlene and Trigger were exceptional. And I miss Marlene. And we have got Domino and we got Biggie. But I think, like a lot of things in life, it's your first one. The first time I really had a pig, and I remember Dottie, my first sheep, and of course, we had the wonderful Daisy cow and of course, Coco the donkey. So I guess their spirits are still around here. I'm not sure. Maybe that is Coco come back as a little calf. Now, we've yeah, it was. We got that video there, Caroline, somewhere. I remember Caroline, you know. I do put my friends through it, and I said to Caroline, right, you can deliver this one. And it is quite hard work. And I learned the hard way, and that's the only way to learn. And you do everything you can for your animals. You can't save them all. You know, we had a scare yesterday. This was more scary than anything. You know, Caroline, as you know, comes down and helps as and when she can. And we did a live. And we brought out Ben, and we thought, oh, Ben the rooster. We love Ben the rooster. So Ben came out. And we put Ben out outside, and all of a sudden, I think it was Peanut or the peahen chased him off with one of the turkeys. And we didn't think any more of it. And then later on, we just had looked round and think, where's Ben? And we couldn't find Ben. Imagination was going overtime. It was, has he been taken by something? Look at Biggie there. Grace, I was asleep. Turn that light off. And we looked everywhere, and you know, it really put us in quite a down mood. You lose a loved one, as you know. It's so. Oh, Wilson's coming up there now. Hello, Wilson. And it was really, yeah, a downer. And I was thinking, what should I do? What should I do? And I collected up some eggs because his best friend is Nevis. He's got Nevis and Brecken. So I collected up some eggs and we put them in the incubator. We're going to. Anyway, Claire came down today, and Claire went down for a couple of days. And I briefed her about the new calf. This is Angus. Angus, or we also call it Kiwi. So this is AK. Angus Kiwi. And yeah. Oh. So yeah, so it was a shock. So telling Claire, and I go in there, we won't go in there because we won't disturb all the rabbits and guinea pigs in there. But I walked through there and there was Ben. Ben was up in a pile of wood. And he came running over to me because obviously he was very hungry. And we found Ben, and that was, I think, for me and Caroline, was the best news we had all day. I think even if we won the lottery, it wouldn't be quite that good. So yeah, Angus Kiwi, AK for short. So you can call it Angus or Kiwi, but it's intact. I was talking to Caroline, or messaging Caroline earlier on. We might have another castration coming up, but we have to castrate it because you can imagine this one, Aberdeen Angus, he can get up to a 10 in weight. You imagine when his drop, he's going to be a bit aggressive. Oh. So yeah, look at his tongue. Lum, lum. And I must admit, I was so pleased with Claire today because Claire, helps me and Caroline with the animals, and she's a bit of softie like us. She had her break and her lunch, and she sat there. It feels like mastermind. I mean, maybe we're going to put Caroline on the chair and ask questions, but it's like mastermind. So she came here, had her lunch. So our little calf. So yeah, we found Ben. Ben was okay. Ben was in the pile of wood. He's now back in with his friends, and we're good. Widget's not seen the calf yet, but Widget has been around when it arrived the other night. So thank you, Jean. Yeah. So AK there, our little, hello Tanya. Good morning, Tanya. Must be early morning in Australia. So so it must be November now. It's Halloween here in a little calf. So this is what happens at night. It goes quite quiet. I'm surrounded, there's Jeff up there. Hello, Jeff. Oh, Chris, just turn that light off. I need to get my sleep in, Yeah, but there could be ghosts about. Shall we call the ghost of Mr. Banks? I'll probably have to do that another night because I could talk a lot. I got a little bit of a sore throat, and tomorrow morning I've got to be up early to go down to see Cara. But so I've got to be up early. But we do have a ghost of Mr. Banks. I'm going to go outside a moment, and I'll get Oreo through as well. So it's a different dynamics at night. Now trust me, we'll turn some of the lights off soon. Oreo. So I turned some of the lights off at night, but I'll be back at, oh my goodness, Apple and Grin having a bath time. Oh, hello Tanya, 6:30. So bath time for our wonderful ones there. So every day is a bit of an adventure. We have Al here. You can call me Al. That's going to be stuck in your head. Hello, Al. Or alpaca. And of course, if you like to hear stories about our rescue animals from myself, Cara and Caroline, then become a patron or a subscriber. Go to our website or make a donation. Chris, I've got an itch. It's got an itch. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. So we're here at the farm on Halloween. We haven't got the spirit of Mr. Banks, my ghost, yet. Maybe one night I'll set up a camera and we'll see if we can call on Mr. Banks. He was a farmer here. He farmed here about 1826 to 1850 something. But we're going to go out here. And obviously, you can just see the sky there. Oh, thank you, Nadja. Thank you. Now, one of the scary things here at the farm is that you can come around here at night. I'll keep the torch going. Sorry about the light. Is that sometimes you hear a little thumping. It's not my heart. It's the sound of an alpaca, of a emu. And they come up behind you, and when Caroline arrives in the dark quite often, and she's meeting and greeted by an emu. They're not going to hurt you, but they are a little bit scary when they just appear. Now over here, we got, look at that. This is Domino. Hello, Stacy. This is Domino the pig. He snores nearly as loud as me. AK is about 6 weeks old, a little calf there. But this barn here, just over here, just behind. Oh, we have a problem with the internet. Sorry, I'm gonna have to go back a bit. Sorry about Facebook. But I remember coming out one night as a young lad, and I saw a little light. Someone smoking here. I'm not sure if it was someone smoking or just a spirit. So your mind does play tricks on you. Oh, we got a poor signal. Oh dear. Let's see if we can get a signal back. Bye-bye, Anne. We're going to say goodbye in a moment. But one of the many jobs I do at night, Larry asked, do the animals get scared at night? Not really. Maybe they don't like the fireworks that will be going off very soon for bonfire night. But we got a slight problem now. I'm going to go back in the barn in a moment. But what I have to do, I'll go up here to show people who have got the signal. Every night I come up here and there's a little rooster. It sleeps there. Every night it sleeps there. Oh, thank you, Lucy. So it goes to sleep here. And there is Wilson. So what I have to do, I had to pick this rooster up and go and put it in with Ben. Because if I leave it here at night, Mr. Fox will come along at some earthly hour and end up with our poor little rooster going. But every night he does not go in. Oh, thank you, Nora. Thank you. So just Facebook. Hopefully, let's go and finish off. If you like these evening talks, chats and stories, let me know and I'll do some more. Maybe one night we'll get Caroline logged in to help as well, because she can join in from home. Yeah, I'm not quite... AK is being separated from her mum because the mum was struggling with milk, and I'm not quite sure. It's a rescue one, so I'm still finding out the story about it. Oh, thank you, Lucy. Oh, thank you, Heather. Right, so we got Violet there. Who's going to pick up the little rooster? So sorry, it's going to go dark in a moment. Oh, thank you, Julie. Oh, we'll do evening talks again. So I'm just going to pick up this rooster. Sorry. So I'm going to go take him in. So sorry about the camera work, but I got a rooster in my hand. As Nikki would know, I could have said that all horribly wrong. But trust me, it's just a rooster in my hand. So we're going to go in here. Because in here, we got Ben. Sorry. I can put the light on it in here. This is my... So there we are. Oh, thank you so much, Sarah. Please you enjoyed my stories. So a lot more stories to come. So there's no live tomorrow. Hello, Ben. There's no live tomorrow because I'm out and about. Caroline will be posting some videos. And I'll bring you stories from Hayling Island with Cara. and we will be able to bring you a special live on Saturday morning. Me and Caroline will do a special as we go into November. We'll be counting down to that Christmas period. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So this is Brecon. So we got some little eggs from Brecon in Nevis. We got Mo here. We got. Thank you, Tanya. We got Giggle. Caroline's Giggle makes a lot of noise. And Taz up there as well. Oh, thank you so much. Let's go back in the barn a moment to sign off with our. We didn't get any ghosts tonight, but I'll tell you some of my ghost stories. I did lots of investigation. I used to work for the police, so sorry about the camera, the internet going down, but so we got a slight problem. Let's see if it'll steady up just to finish off here at the farm. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being there. I hope you enjoy a few evening stories. You know now that it was my pig that put me into hospital. I've had so many injuries, so many bruises, but I think you just get on with it. That's farming for you. So thank you, Kathleen. The geese, I could tell you stories. We had someone turn up one night with a delivery, and he couldn't find anybody, and he came in the barn. And of course, if you're a stranger and you come into the barn, the geese went crazy. And he ran away quite fast. Thank you, Larry. Thank you for watching, everybody. So I haven't got anything scary on. We did plan to do lots of things, but as you might know, that we've been celebrating Christmas early for the TV program. So I'm just going to turn this around to say good night. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I just turn all the cameras around if I can. Where is it? Where is it? So thank you for joining us on this Halloween night. We'll do more stories very soon. Thank you for being there. Thank you for all your support. And you know what? You know what? I got 3 cameras in front of me now. So people on Facebook, love you. YouTube, love you. TikTok, love you. But love you more. So thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your Halloween, whatever you're doing, trick or treating. And you'll see me and Caroline next live on Saturday morning. Thank you for being there. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, everybody, for the gifts. And if you are not a patron or a subscriber, then please become a patron just for a couple of dollars a month. And you will see lots more stories. I got so many stories and so many videos. Some of the videos I got, you won't believe. Hello, Beryl. Thank you so much. I wish I could stay and speak with you for all night long. But I will leave that to Lionel Richie all night long. Thank you, Caroline, for being there. Thank you, Nora, as always. Good to see you, Jean-Anne. Thank you so much. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Sue. So many lovely people. Sharon. Oh. Right, as they say, time for bed, said Zebedee. It's time for bed. Hello, Sarah. Thank you for joining us on the Halloween. So with the bumblebee has produced yet again, we got a little baby lamb over there called Beetle. And I mean, Caroline was there, who was that baby lamb? Oh my goodness. Nikki got it right the other day. Oh, yeah, be dancing on the ceiling later on. Night night, Karen. We'll see Nelly on Saturday. Bonne nuit. Bon Halloween. Bonne nuit et tout. Phoebe, thank you, Caroline. I can always count on Caroline. She's not only my toast rack, she's my abacus. I can always count on her. So for me and Caroline and all my animals, especially the bumblebee and her little one, we love you more.